This business over a brew here on the Big Z, and we're going to talk about more business here downtown and talking about specifically Wood River today, Rachel and Company Coffee House in Wood River. And Rachel Cathey is here with us. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Mark. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. And so as we talk about business growth and being in Wood River, your business's name pops up a lot as people talk about Wood River and sort of the rebirth in downtown Wood River. But let's back up first off. How did you get into this business? Did you do something before this that was different? To tell us that story.
Yeah, so actually, prior to this, I was a junior high secretary, never had owned a business, never ran a business. My husband has always been in the corporate world of industrial, so never a coffee shop as well. This has always been a dream of his. We saw the opportunity in Wood River, and we jumped quickly. It was probably the best decision we've ever made.
Was it a quick decision? Was it something you were thinking or talking about? And was this always a coffee house?
No,
idea?
We discussed opening a business. In fact, the first business we talked about opening was a little diner. It wasn't even a coffee shop. It was kind of like a Southern eatery diner is what he was talking about. When the opportunity came that the building was open in Wood River, that's when we jumped very quickly and knew that was it. That was what we wanted.
What was this time frame we're talking about? That quickly,
So we looked at locations. Probably, I would say about 5 or 6 months. We looked at a couple locations, and nothing. It was like nothing spoke to us that this was it. This is
in Wood River or elsewhere.
We looked within their surrounding areas.
Okay.
Roxana, Wood River. Looked in a couple places in Edwardsville. Just nothing. You walked in, nothing said this was it. This location at 84 East Ferguson was our location. We walked in and we knew this was it. That was what we were supposed to do.
So you had the location and the kind of the idea.
Yes.
And so that idea that took off, who did you remember talking to? Was it other family, other business people? I mean, because you didn't have experience in doing this. So
it was all my husband.
Okay.
He can create something from nothing. So he really is the brains of the business. He is the one he's built it from the very beginning. And I just come in day to day and operate. So, that's where we balance each other well.
Yeah. So the business itself, tell people where you're located.
Yeah. So we're located at 84 East Ferguson Avenue. That's at downtown Wood River. We're on the corner of First and Ferguson.
You've got a nice corner spot.
We do.
That's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very nice spot. So how much work did the building need to make it into what you are doing?
Actually, to be honest with you, it was pretty turnkey. We came in, we changed some equipment, we added our own touch to some of it. Mm-hmm. But as far as structural wise, it was ready for us to go.
So I was telling Rachel before we started, a family that lived out in the Seattle metro area, and years ago they owned a coffee shop. And of course, Seattle's huge. It's, of course, to the big name of coffee. We're going to give them a free plug. We're talking about Rachel and Company,
right? Absolutely.
But you know them, and so there are all these pop-up stands, and their particular stand that they own was on the, it was a little, not a shack, but it was just like a little house on the parking lot of a gas station, the end of a property, and it would just have a drive-through, and that's all. They would do coffee all the time. And so it was fun talking to them when they were starting that years ago and how they owned it for a while. And then, because here it was just kind of restaurant or gas station coffee at the time.
Yeah.
Fast forward now, almost 20 years later, coffee has exploded in the Riverbend area. So what were you thinking? Like, what, as far as, okay, this is the style we want to do, the flavors, or did you?
So we created the profile ourselves. My husband was very particular about what he was looking for as far as the flavor profile, what he was looking for as far as taste wise.
And were you coffee junkies anyway?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was, we've owned, I think, every style of coffee pot that we could possibly own.
Okay.
We currently have a huge coffee machine at home that is about as big as our machine at the shop.
You are serious.
We are very serious about our coffee.
Right.
So that was something that I learned after meeting my husband, because he was the coffee person that started from the very begining. So, but lots and lots of research that I had to do to really get up to par. But now, it's what I do. So I wouldn't really know to do anything different.
So what was the learning curve then and the challenges? Because obviously as customers, you want the same thing every time, or you want to say, if I like this flavor, I like this flavor.
Yeah. So we keep pretty much the same profiles that change. We we create new drinks is what we do. So we're kind of more of a customizable that you can do. Like we have your standardized drinks that you have. But I mean, as far as training wise, it was just looking what do people want? What is the go-to? You know, sometimes they want the same things, and we have those ones that all want the same thing every time they come in. And typically I see them pulling up as they pull up. I've got their drink started. And when they walk in, sometimes I'm like, you want that regular? They're like, yeah. I'm like, don't worry, I've already got it started. So we have them going before they even walk through the door. But there's some that like to come in and they create their own, and they'll look at the flavor profiles we have and they'll say, you know what, I want to mix this, this, and this. This is going to be my drink today. We'll also do specials. So it's just creating and seeing what that community wants. And that's what drives us is our community. So,
and maybe for a while there was some hesitancy because it's the Midwest, and maybe people didn't want what some call foo-foo coffee. They just want, give me a cup of black coffee. That's all I want. Yep. And you may have those traditional customers too.
We do.
But you also find that people of all ages, they're like, ooh, I kind of like that flavor.
And some don't think of we'll come up with a specialty drink that some don't think, I would have never thought to mix that together. And then they're like, I want to try that. Now that's became their favorite one because they're like, I would have never mixed those two flavors together. I would have never created that and thought of that being anything good. And so now they're like, oh, that's it. That's my drink.
So do you and your husband, or you have a circle of friends or employees that you test or sample the new ideas?
So we do time to time. So, I mean, Jonas created our very first specialty latte that now to this day still is probably a fan favorite. And then we do have 2 employees, great girls. They also, from time to time, will come up with a new menu of specialties that is something different or so along the lines of what we used before, but added a new ingredient in with it. So it's we also have teenage daughters. So if that tells you anything, they have a whole line from time to time.
Well, I'll make sure my college age daughters listen to this show and make sure we get down there to check it out because they are, college town coffee connoisseurs. And so they know in places, but they also have switched over the years. Like, ooh, Dad, there's a new place this side of town. So we've tried that. So, back home for summer, like, oh, they can try out new places that have popped up recently. So,
and the good thing about coffee is that you can go to one coffee shop, but then go, to the next town over, hit the next one. You can always order the same thing you get somewhere else, but it's always going to taste different.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So you can have a special drink at one place, but go to the next town and get the next one, but have a special one there that's different there too. And know that that's the joy about it. So support everybody. That's what we're all here for. But just know that you can get whatever you want and it may be a little different, but it's going to still be good.
Talk about being in business now in Wood River and the atmosphere in Wood River right now, especially downtown.
Yes. Downtown's actually, it is growing quickly. So lots of buildings. We recently just became a Main Street. So that's a really exciting thing for downtown Wood River. We have some new businesses coming in, buildings being renovated, really a lot of growth downtown.
And as a business owner, what are some challenges you faced starting off with, and we'll talk about the highlights so far. But what are some challenges you faced as a business owner so far?
As a business owner being downtown, I mean, the city has been great with us. We haven't really, it's been easy going for us. We haven't really had, I would say, any challenges as far as city-wise. They've been supportive. The city community is wonderful. The Wood River Business Alliance group has really helped out as well. We honestly have been, they've only helped with our growth. Mm-hmm. It's not really been any challenges that's set us back in that aspect.
What have you enjoyed about it so far?
The community, the people. Our people are family. You come as friends, we may learn you, but by the end, this is creating a community family for us all.
Rachel and Company Coffee House, Wood River. Is it just coffee? Do you have snacks?
We have it all.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about that.
So we have anything from your breakfast items. You're going to have your bagel sandwiches. You can have for breakfast, croissant sandwiches. We have your baked pastries. From time to time, we'll do a specialty breakfast item. Sometimes biscuits and gravy. Then you go into your lunch items. You have your sandwiches, your salads. Can also have those on bagels if you want as well. We've recently just C&B Boiled Bagels that was originally in downtown Wood River. Sure. They sold to another location and to another family over on the hill. So we've kind of partnered up with them. Amaghetti's out of the Hill, and we've partnered up with them and now carry their bagels in-house, the original C&B boiled bagels, as well as Amaghetti sandwiches we carry in-house as well. So you can go part of the Hill here in Wood River.
So I understand you've changed your hours, expanded your hours recently, right?
It was definitely needed for spring, summer, and fall for sure. So 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. We are now closed on Sundays.
Okay. So, but now 6 to 6?
6 to 6.
How often are the two of you there?
We are there a lot. As you know, being a small business owner, your hours really don't ever stop. So we're there even sometimes, closing it down after hours. We're there prepping, doing, things that need to prepare for the next day, or whether it be maintenance. That's when typically he's maintaining the building or doing what needs to be done. And
you said earlier that you were both doing something else before in other careers. Did either of you still do those types of things?
We're both just in Rachel and Company. That's right.
What's that been like?
It's great. It was different in the beginning for sure. But I mean, between our events that we do off site, which is a lot of what my husband will handle off site, and that's our event trailer. So, I mean, between whether it's doing a fair or doing an on-site for a corporate office, or somebody calling in and just wanting to rent us for a couple hours for their staff, or that season's really kicking off too. So our events has been really popular.
Was that originally in the plan, or did that come about after people ask you about it?
No, he had it in the plan all along. We've been working on finalizing that, and he's recently just got it pretty much finalized and done. So that was something from the very beginning. So,
and that's unique because people think food truck and all often think drink truck or coffee truck or trailer or whatever it is.
And we have our refreshers too. So for those non-coffee drinkers, that's one popular item that we have that's safe for kids. It is still caffeinated, but we can make them uncaffeinated if needed as well. Fun item for the kids. We usually top it with some goodies on the top, whether it be gummies or some sort. So the kids are getting something too. So when mom, has to come in and bring the kids in with her, and they're like, gosh, there's nothing here for me. No, you're not getting coffee.
Right.
They can get that item as well too, and think, hey, I got something really, really special as well. So try to tailor to everybody and make sure that everybody has something they can enjoy.
Let's look down the road a little bit. What's on, do you have a wish list? Is there something down the road you're going to do this summer, or events or things you'd like to maybe get to at some point with this?
There may be a little expansion in place that may take place here in the next couple months or break ground for. Other than that, just keep building what we're building, continue to grow where we are and see where the next few years take us.
Okay, well, let's pick your brain on your favorites right now. What's your favorite go-to beverage?
My favorite is, I'm an iced coffee drinker, so I drink iced all day long. The white chocolate macadamia nut is my favorite.
Can't go wrong with white chocolate.
It's wonderful. But probably one of our most popular, if I went that route, would be a Twix latte, or our caramel macchiato is a house favorite as well. So.
Twix latte. I mean, that's awesome.
Yes.
That says that. So, and how often do you change the menu, if at all, or
so
add
we add every couple months. We'll add a new menu.
Okay.
Like right now, our specialties are strawberry shortbread. We also have a pistachio macadamia nut and our hazelnut cheesecake, as well as our Nerds refresher for that refresher line.
The Nerds. I love Nerds. Those are so good.
Oh, and it's so good. It's strawberry watermelon, a little bit of cream.
Ooh, there you
do a
go.
strawberry cold foam on top.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. All right, so 6 to 6, Monday through Saturday, Rachel and Company Coffee House in downtown Wood River, corner of First and Ferguson. Get all
That's
that right?
Correct.
And where can people find you or follow you, website, social media, things like that?
Follow us on Facebook. That's where we typically put all of our Facebook and Instagram, where we put all of our updates and changes that may be happening. As well as our new drinks, we'll post them on there as well. And then you can also follow us on our website, Rachel Company Coffee at gmail.com.
Awesome.
Gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. It's your business. I want to correct you there. Well, Rachel, congratulations on the success so far, and we hope to send people to Wood River to check it out. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll pause here for a quick message. We'll continue with more Let's Talk on the Big Z for Wednesday. Back after this.